Well, obviously, you miss my presence, and the fact that I have not posted one of these instructional videos for you recently has led to the deterioration of your already meager, brutally pathetic gameplay, and you are happy that I'm back so that I can illustrate to you how to carry and be a Unicom and just simply win the game single-handedly if you follow exactly the instructions that I provide for you and watch my awesomeness and the techniques I use in order to simply just win the games on my own. You too could achieve a slight level of greatness, possibly even just potentially an inkling of the fraction of the greatness that I display. Now the first thing is just to know where all the enemies are, so there we have. We know where they all are, so GG. This game is over. I've decided that this is an easily won game now, simply by doing the following, and I will illustrate it for you, and hopefully you can learn from my awesomeness. Is move into this bush here like this, and just simply wait until one of these stupid enemies shows himself. And who is the first one to show himself? This one here. But Wargaming has other plans. Wargaming has decided that, well, perhaps I should not win this game. Allowing the VZ to I allowed the VZ to shoot me so that he would shoot one of his 2 shots and go for a reload, which would render him inactive for the next 20 seconds. So despite the fact that Wargaming has decided that we will probably lose this game in this predetermined game mode that they have, by allowing me to low roll and to bounce a shot on the lower plate of a tank that does not have any armor in the lower plate. But of course I do know where all the enemies are, and I realize that most of them are on the east side, so the correct strategy now is to go to the west side, where most of my teammates are simply not handling the heavy tanks, and I will reload my gun and help this poor 60 TP that does not know how to handle an enemy 60 TP. Just get out of the way. I will show you how to do it. What you do is you simply drive along beside the hapless Muppet that's facing the wrong way, and then shoot one into his ammo rack, and there you go. Good. GG. Go back to the right. And while we're on a roll, we will just auto-lock on this silly Super Conqueror, who does not feel so super now as I circle him. The circle of you are a Muppetness. And I just run back into cover. So that was a fairly decent clip, 4,739 damage with the first clip, which was slightly below average to my usual awesomeness. And now what do? Now we reload, and let's go make someone else feel foolish. Who shall we choose? Perhaps now we will look at the minimap. And you'll notice that most of the enemies are on the south side of the minimap, so of course the correct strategy is to go to the north side of the minimap, where this useless, pathetic player is sitting by himself and will now get destroyed by my awesomeness. My teammate kill stole there. He wanted the kill for himself, but that's okay. I allow him to steal the kill. And I take another shot on purpose from the VZ so that my Minotauro can surprise him. Now I look at the minimap one more time and I realize that the enemies have now spread out, so which one is the next one that we shall make look foolish? Let's do it this way. Let's just do a little bit of a dipsy-doodle scant maneuver here, and we will circle the map in a counterclockwise fashion, which I've mentioned to you a couple of times is the correct strategy. And we will approach one of these enemies who feels confident now that his team is winning 4-3. We will crush him like a bug and make him feel stupid in my lightly armored tank that is not designed for such a maneuver. I would not attempt this on your own, unless you have the awesomeness that I do. Let's just do it here. We'll come around the corner here, and we will realize that the object is handling both of my teammates on his own, so we'll have to come here and at least help them first. There you go. I'll take a shot on him for you guys. Now, is anyone else going to shoot? Shall I have to? I'll just finish him off myself. And the correct strategy now is to touch this rock for good luck, and then continue my maneuver of circling the map in a counterclockwise direction. I notice that the TVP is moved into a position where he will be useless. There he is, and I will just let my teammate take the kill steal and fire a warning shot just to make sure. And now it is simply a matter of making this VZ, who I allowed him to shoot me twice to make him feel foolish now, and just approach along this line of bushes, and we will simply show up behind him and say, hello, would you like 1 and possibly 2 up the ass? 2 up the ass, okay for you? GG. That is how you do 7,397 damage. Easily carry the team. And dominate on the battlefield, and etc, etc. Extend my winning streak to 159, and increase my WN8 to potentially 10 or 15 or 16,000, wherever it may fall, in this below average winning streak that I have shared with you. Hopefully you've learned something, and we'll be able to achieve even an inkling of the greatness that I've displayed for you. And if you can't, rest assured that I will do more instructional videos for you in the future when your gameplay deteriorates into the chaos and incompetence which you usually play. I will try and help you improve yourselves so that you may achieve some form of assured mediocrity slightly below my awesomeness. Slightly below my awesomeness. One rung on the ladder, or below, my below average gameplay, you will... if you strive and work hard over the next 7 or 8 years, you will possibly achieve about 10% of the greatness, which I commonly display on my below average games. If you spend more time practicing and following exactly what I've showed you in this video, you too one day could potentially be about 5% as good as I am. Hold on, we gotta fix something here. Oh, let's make the thumbnail. Hold on, let's make the thumbnail, guys. Oh, okay. I got it. It's the thumbnail.
Hey, how you doing, guys? Welcome back. This guy's got 3 marks on his barrel. He's almost as good as I am. What is his name? I don't know. He spelt it wrong. E-H-R-E, whatever that means, from the USSD clan. He's in a TD with a fast-firing, smallish gun, and then we're going to watch a guy in a TD with a slow-firing, biggish gun. Okay, that's the... now that you've learned, okay, from watching my awesomeness, you've learned how to improve yourself. Now we will be entertained and learn something about regular random battles. The choice, you know, you have choices in this game. Do you? Everyone wants a TD, right? Everyone wants a light. No, not everyone wants a light tank, but most people want a heavy tank, a medium tank, and a TD. And there's choices for TDs. Medium tanks, they're kind of, you know, heavy tanks. There's differences, but you know. But TDs, there's huge differences. You can get stealthy little TDs that snipe, that have no armor. You can get really heavily armored TDs that look like this one, that's supposed to be able to break through. He wants to break free. He wants to break free. Right? Like this one. Fast firing, accurate gun. And then there's other heavily armored ones that are, you know, really slow and have huge guns. Then there's other ones that are kind of medium speed and have no armor with you. Like, there's a whole assortment. Which one do you get? They all play differently. Which ones are consistent? The snipers are not consistent because they're mapped to the STRV and the Grille. They are just not consistent. They are not consistently consistent. Because if you get the wrong map in a Grille or a STRV, if you get Himmelsdorf, you're kind of, you know, it's a struggle. You need camp in a bush gun. The slow ones with the big, huge guns, they're not consistent either. Because they don't shoot very fast and they're really slow, they can't get to the battle. Now, the fast shooting ones with high DPM are very versatile. Because sometimes, like just because this thing here can sit in the back just like an STRV. Right? You can be an STRV in this thing. Wherever an STRV can go, the tortoise can go, right? Usually the STRVs and the Grilles sit at the back in a bush. You can do that with this, and this thing has an amazing gun with probably like more DPM. Probably the STRV has a little bit more, but it's awesome DPM, awesome penetration, awesome accuracy. But the STRV and the Grille can't do what this does, right? So that's how you kind of look at it. The tortoise can do anything an STRV and a Grille can do, a little bit slower, mind you, but if you're talking about camping, you don't have to go very far. It can do anything those other two can do. And it also can do this, is move into a spot where he can bounce. He's bounced 1,360 damage. Try and do that in a Grille. Shit barn? Shit barn is very, you know, if you're spotted in a shit barn, you're dead. So it's a conundrum. It's a pantomime. You got speed, but you're the size of a Walmart parking lot. You have a huge gun. You got to hide at the back or hide yourself or be behind a rock and only poke out when you could. It's not versatile. Jagdpanzer E100, huge gun, but very slow. No turret. No traverse. You can't sit and snipe. You can if you have like a hugely good crew. You notice how I said that? Hugely good? But it's not as good a sniper as this, right? If you're going to sit at the back and snipe, DPM's the king. You can, but it's not as good in the Jagdpanzer 100. What other ones? I like the Chinese one, the WZ, and those ones. They're not very versatile. The big, huge gun ones, they're with the high alpha. they're purposely made not versatile, because if they were versatile and had a huge gun, they'd be overpowered. So they're niche. Jagdpanzer E100, the WZ whatever the hell, the object whatever the fuck, right? There's only one anomaly. And that's, of course, it's Russian, the Object 268 version 4, because it's got a lot of armor and it's fast. It can do anything. It doesn't have a turret, but it has good traverse speed. It can snipe. And it can easily rush forward if need be. So, I mean... This is Russian. Papadania. Fuck you. My choice on... If you had to pick a couple and you don't want to, like... grind the new ones or whatever the flavor of the day is, and you want to have like 2 TDs that are, I think, fun and play kind of opposite roles but are both fun. The Tortoise is kind of a, it's a one-of-a-kind fun tank. Now the downside is it's slow, but like I said, you can snipe with it. You don't have to move up on some of the open maps. But if there's a corridor map where there's a heavy tank choke point, you can move up with a Tortoise, you can get in that choke point, and you can pound the living daylights out of heavy tanks, you know, with your DPM. Anyone who sits in front of a Tortoise is an idiot. There's a wheeled vehicle trying to push his teammate off the cliff, or a dead enemy, or whoever it is, because that's an important thing to do in this game. That's what you want to do. And the Tortoise just snaps one down, raining death down upon you, and he's doing it like, look at this. This is fun. The Tortoise is a fun, and I know you're gonna disagree with me in the comments. You're gonna say, well, this is not a versatile TD, but think about it. It's other than being slow, it's very versatile. It's a slow, but to make your own versatility, don't expect to rush up. But are you going to rush up in a Grillet because it's fast? Or an STRE? No. So, you might rush up in an Object 268 version 4 and take the choke point. It's more versatile. Okay, so this one's fun. And I'm going to show you another one. Another game in the Jagdpanzer E100. It's completely different gameplay. Patience, slow. Big gun go boom. Right? Oh, you got to lead the shot. Ah, you didn't lead the shot. You got the big gun go boom or little gun go boom, 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 boom. And now, ooh, he's got a shot there. You got him, buddy. You got him. See? And once you get the Tortoise fully equipped with the crew and probably improved rotation and the driver skills, this thing starts to become manageable. Stock or with a bad crew, or without the proper equipment or field modifications. Wargaming, these EBRs are a cancer in this game. Just a waste. Every time I see that, it's just ridiculous. Now this is where it's not versatile. Mop-up damage at the end, it can't do it. You can't rush forward and try and get the last few shots. You simply can't. I mean, you could try in some of the faster ones, but the STRV, the Grillet can't. The Object 268 version 4 can. I guess the Grillet can rush forward, but he's gonna get shot back. The shit barn can, I guess. The shit barn can. Oh, the shit barn can, 'cause he mixes it with love and makes all the enemies feel good. Right? And we've seen enough of the Tortoise, don't you think? I didn't choose a game where, I didn't choose a game where 14 enemies stood in front of his gun and he got 12,000 damage. I just chose, I think this is a very doable Tortoise game. 6,000 damage in the Tortoise when it's a close game and you move to the choke point where a lot of the enemies will be is not, it's not a huge, it's not hard. That's a doable game. So Tortoise, really fun. And you can see WN8 is only 8,600. It's not 20,000 WN8. Okay, let's watch a completely different playstyle TD, the Jagdpanzer E100. One was fast firing, high DPM. This one's like slow firing, but big gun. Both of them heavily armored, both of them slow. I would say this one is much less versatile than the Tortoise. much more of a wonky thing to move around. The Tortoise has a very good gun arc, so you can actually be angled at almost 30-40 degrees with the Tortoise and turn your gun and shoot, and then you're presenting an angled front. That's an important thing for Tortoise players to learn when they're rounding a corner, so they can bounce shots and keep shooting. This thing here does not. It has a itty bitty bitty gun arc, and that makes it hugely more difficult. Is that correct? Vastly more difficult, because you got to expose your whole front when you shoot, and it's slower and it's more unwieldy. But with all its drawbacks, if you want to choose one that's like for the giggles, because if you move to the choke point and and there's enemies there, and you're coordinated enough to put the aiming circle on the enemies and go like this with your index finger, you're gonna laugh a few times in the game. And you're not gonna laugh now when you're being farmed because you're so slow and a bad chat got there. You see, this is the agony of playing something like this. So I'm not saying this is one of the versatile must-haves, but I'm saying this one's good for giggles. He lost a third of his HP, all in a day's work for the Panzer E100. And this guy's playing it right. He's like, he's gonna say hello to someone right there if he can. Say hello and said hello. And now you wait. See, you get to giggle after you shoot. You get to giggle like me. Oh boy. Yeah, you want to shoot the lower plate of the E100. If this stupid teammate, idiot Emil, he has to turn his hull to shoot, you moron. Why are you parked beside him? And the Type 5 has decided to throw his tank away. If you're a player and you're playing beside one of these big behemoths, and you pull up beside him when he's trying to round a corner, you just cost your team 1,000 or 1,100 damage. Right? Emil, good job. He was trying to go around the corner to plant one into the... Probably would have traded with the E100. And now he just shot the gun. I don't know why he did that. That was a bad thing. Bad thing to do. Because now you're going for the reload again, and he's hiding behind a little rock. Okay. Now now you got a good target. You got a heavily armored German tank. He's pressed number 2, guys. He's tired. He's taken 2 shots in bouts, but now he's got 420 pen. Now he gets to giggle after he shoots. Even on a I don't know where that shot went. This guy's not playing very well. He just zoomed in and out and pressed the trigger, and I don't know where it went. Didn't go anywhere. I don't think it registered as a bounce or a hit. See, now you wish you were loaded, don't you? Don't you? Yes, now he can take a shot. No, don't press the trigger. You're watching this going, oh, this is excruciating to play this. I'm not playing this stupid tank. This is not versatile. It's not. It's not. But this guy has showed us exactly how not to play it so far. You got to make your shots count. You got to basically load the gold and aim and make each of your shots count. If you made each of his 3 shots count, I'd say one of them, don't shoot the turret of the 60 TP in the gun. That wouldn't have worked anyway. 2 of his shots would have worked. He'd be up at 2,200 damage now. But now the E100 wants to poke. No, he doesn't. Just be patient. Be patient. Be patient. There goes the Emil. The Emil is going to get the E100 to shoot him. Oh, now I see a lower plate over there, guys, and he sees it too. Now, make it count. There you go. Penetrates. He snapped it, and the game said yes, but he traded. He traded 600. The 60 TP has heat, and he gave away 600 and some of his HP in exchange for 1,095. Okay, yes. There you go. That's all he needs. There you go. That's how it works. That's what I'm talking about. Now go up on the rock. This is what he should do, guys. Don't let your superstructure bounce on its own. Go up on the rock a bit so that his superstructure has more angle. But now he's got the heat loaded. Let's see, does the heat go through the... Is he going to try the 60 TP turret? Right in the gun mantlet? 420 pen? Is it possible? Is it possible? He's only got 2 shots. 2,215 damage. At the choke point. He's given away almost all his HP. He's got a mouse hiding behind him. Because why wouldn't a mouse hide behind him? They're losing 3-6. He's got an Emil that is in a position where he can't use his gun depression. He's got a mouse hiding behind him. It's one of those games, guys. Just go right through that guy. Yes, you can. He's trying to bait the shot. He's trying to bait the shot. Oh no, that was... I don't know how he snapped it like that, guys. That was a crazy snap. It was a bullseye, but it bounced. And now he's got no more heat. But now look at this. Now he's got a full hull to aim at. He's got a full hull to aim at. Oh boy, this guy's made such a mistake. Boom, or you made a mistake. The M103 goes... The M103 shot a regular AP shell and penned him. Ooh. Oh, that's bad. Okay, let's see. Who's gonna pay? Snap it. Boom! Just be patient. Make sure your shots hit. It might look like he hasn't done much in this game, but he's done 3,824 damage. Reload and push him out, says E100. Says this Yakapanza. Has he reloaded Emil? If the Emil goes out there first, makes the M103 shoot, then this guy pulls around the corner. Or the Emil can take him out on his own. Don't back up now, Emil. Don't back up. Just let him around the corner, buddy. Okay. Okay, good. Now let's see if he can snipe. Let's see if he can get this object... this object 777 or the E100.
Watch out! Retreat!
The retreat. Yeah, let's lose the game. Retreat. Get in the low ground so that you can get semi-hull down. Emil, you got the HP. Go in front. Emil, go poke those bushes. Oh my god, mouse, says the GW Tiger. He's probably looking at the mouse, not performing up to his standards. Okay, where's the object 777? See if he spots him. Oh. Okay. Does he have... Just stay in the bush. He may approach. Now you're losing. They're going to push your base. There goes the Emil. That's good. Does the Emil spot the object? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. There he is. Make it count. There you go. Low roll. 981. It's 1100, isn't it? No, 1050 is his alpha. So that was a low roll. How many other tanks can you have rolled 981 and it's a low roll? And now he's going to take him out. There you go. So I guess you could snipe, but it's got low shell velocity, right? Yeah, 925. But you see, completely different game styles. But I'm saying, if you have one of these and a tortoise, you kind of, and then you should probably think of one TD with a turret, one that the turret can move, maybe a sniper, the grenade, and that's it. Then you got everything you need. I wouldn't waste my time on that snap, on that Chinese one, or I don't know. Well, guys, what I left out, and I know a lot of you are going to leave it in the comments. Ooh. Super. What about the T110E3? We might have to make a video of it, like, completely, because there's a T30. Who's there? Oh! And now he's bye-bye if the T-30 shoots. Oh, the T-30 missed. Maybe we have to include the American. The T-123 is it's kind of like a tortoise gameplay, but it has a 750 alpha gun. So, yeah, TD, boom, you're gone. T-123 is also another choice. I'd prefer that over the T-124. Ah, jeez, I've opened up a can of worms. Maybe I have to do a video that compares all the Tier 10 TDs. I just chose these two because they're so different, and they're both heavily armored. One's high DPM, one's low DPM. You can decide whether you like the big gun or the little gun. I guess T-123 is medium-sized gun. Right? Medium-sized gun. Nothing wrong with that. And he takes a shot into the air. He's so happy. So, way to go, person who I cannot pronounce your name because you spelled it wrong. 6,839. Right? He did about the same amount of damage as the tortoise, but the tortoise looked like he was more involved in the game. It was more shooting, right? This one was more patience, a little bit less shooting, and that amount of damage is a higher WN8, which means that it's a little harder to achieve. So tortoise probably has a higher average damage than this thing. You can get trolled in this thing if you miss 2 or 3 or bounce 2 or 3 shots and then just get farmed because you got such a long reload. It is frustrating that way. But anyway, guys, 2 TDs. Let me know in the comment section if we want to do a comparison of all of them. You could do that with TDs because there's not that many. You can't do it with medium tanks. There's too many. But I'll catch you guys on the next one.